I'm back. I'm in considerably more conscious state than I was last time. For those of you wondering, the gigs were amazing, and I'll put links below for things that you need to listen to, because otherwise I don't think we can be friends anymore. So good. Okay, so this week we have to talk about like coming out, which is quite funny because I've had to come out like twice, because before I even knew I was trans, I was like, hey, oh god, I was like 14, I made like a massive deal out of it. Pretty sure I started the whole bisexuality thing at school. God, it was awful. I don't think I even like made a conscious decision to come out, it just sort of happened. So I can't really talk about that too much. I mean, I assume it happened at some point. I remember telling my mom, and that was just the most awkward conversation in the history of the world. Just, no. That was really bad. But, you know, that it wasn't so much of a big deal to me, because why would it be? I don't know, I just didn't think it was that interesting. So I won't talk about that too much. Coming out as trans, that's an infinitely more interesting story, because for a long time I didn't even know that was a thing. I just was completely unaware of the fact that, you know, trans people existed. I just thought I was a bit weird, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, sit on this information and hope that no one else notices, because that seemed like a reasonable enough thing to do at the time. And then I was like, I sort of faffing around on the internet, I sort of discovered that it was a thing, and I was like, oh, it's a thing, better not tell anyone. So I sat on that for another couple of years, and then I think I came out early this year, late last year. I remember I told my parents, my best friend Ben, my friend Boris, and my friend Luce. They were the first 4 people who knew. Well, 5 people, because my parents are 2 people. But I told those 4 people, left it a couple of weeks, and then like the general consensus from them was, well, you know, don't rush it. I sort of just missed out the part where I'd been sitting on this for like 3 years already. So my birthday in February heralded the arrival of a few select chum raids at my house, which led to me then telling them, which then led to me in what is possibly the worst decision I've ever made. I thought, right, I've had a few. The only logical thing to do from here is to write a note on Facebook and tell the world in all my typo glory, and it went down surprisingly well. Like, I read it in the morning and I was like, oh, what? Why did I do this? But at the same time I was kind of like, holy shit, like 3,000 people have liked this. Not bad, not bad. At the time, that made perfect sense, but that doesn't make perfect sense. It's not a case of wanting to be male, it's a case of being male and waiting for other things to catch up. That's how I came out on Facebook. And then I had to go through like all the awkwardness of people in real life being like, why did you change your name on Facebook? And I'm like, I can't be asked to go into it, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that my friend did it, and that Facebook won't let me change it back. I probably will need to, you know, keep coming out. It's kind of a perpetual thing. But I'm alright with that. Like, the people that I like, they already know, and they're cool with it. They're so fantastic. NaNoWriMo is still a thing, if you want to be my writing buddy. I will see you next week, and ta-ra.